Jackson's coming back this week.
If he gets hurt again, they are cooked.
You can't see your wide receiver. That's a you problem.
I wish I would know what was going on with the Jets.
Don't let Flacco do it to the Steelers, buddy.
Bartender came Giants last week.
Disrespect for the champs.
They do not profile like a 10-win team. They profile like 7-win type teams. I can't wait to let 18 and 22-year-olds push me. I made a call, to Vegas. I said, look, we actually need a favor here.
Welcome in, everyone. Bear Bets NFL style. Bear Chris Fallica, joined as always by Sammy P and Geoff Schwartz. And one of the biggest stories in the league this year has been the Baltimore Ravens 1-5, but still a short price to win the division, Geoff.
Yeah, it's really fascinating because you can make the case that this is what they are, and they had issues before everyone got hurt, but I'll also make the case that Lamar Jackson's coming back this week, probably. Other guys on defense are back this week, and their schedule, Sammy, is very easy, and they're going to be a favorite in a bunch of games down the stretch. And you also look at the rest of their division where no one believes the Bengals are sustainable the way they're playing with the quarterback situation. Even there's hints of Burrow coming back. I don't buy it. The Steelers, they have their moments where they're good and bad, and obviously the Browns stink. So I think the biggest story for me heading this weekend is the Ravens is nearly a touchdown favorite against a 4-2 Bears team. Are they going to get that much better with the return of all their superstars?
It's risky to lay the points, but I did because I also think the Bears have been very fortunate to block the field goal in Vegas, to get all the turnovers against Washington, to turn Rattler over a million times. You give the Bears credit, but at the same time, when the Bears actually play a team that could score, they're probably going to be up against it. And the one thing the Bears defense is very bad against, guys, stopping the run. So if you get Derrick Henry going and open up Lamar on these broken plays, it could be a long day for this Bears defense. But I'm looking at a price right now, plus 150 to win the division. You think they're going to get hot, right?
I do think they're going to get hot. The line is obviously reflecting the odds makers think Lamar is playing this weekend. He practiced as of our recording on this on Thursday. But you look at after the Bears, Dolphins, garbage. Vikings, who knows what you might get the Carson Wentz experience.
They're saving McCarthy for the right moment.
Browns, Jets, Bengals, Steelers home, Bengals again. And then you get the Patriots. Like you're looking at probably like seven wins in 8 games here at least, and that's gonna put them probably 8-6 heading into the final couple games of the year.
The risk is though, if he gets hurt again,
yes,
they are cooked. Right.
And they have the Steelers twice, so
yes,
to win the division, if you beat them twice, obviously you feel in a great spot. Maybe the Dolphins quickly. I got it under 4.5 wins today. They're 1-6. That's 7 games, correct? They have 10 games left.
Correct. They
have to go 4-6 in the last 10 games to go over 4.5 wins. Well, they still have the Jets still, the Saints as well.
Okay.
And the Bengals.
Okay. There's 3.
So that's 3. But those not guarantee they win those games the way they're playing right now. And they have to upset someone along the way to
Washington, maybe at home.
Maybe. I don't know. I just think the Dolphins have lost it and that
3 feels like max wins there.
Yeah, so just if you want to find that, it's still out there. But Barry, you as we get into our best bets here, you like something in this Dolphins and Falcons game.
I do. I think with how bad the Falcons offense looked the other night, I like their team total over this week against a terrible Dolphins team. Sammy, you talked about how the Bears aren't very good against the run. The Dolphins aren't very good against the run at all either. I think this is a team that is given every indication that the stamp on the season has been licked, signed, sealed, and delivered. Airing the dirty laundry out in public.
Hey, okay, think about that.
Talk to me.
Tua getting up on the podium and saying, "I can't see my receivers down the field." I was shocked. Like the more he talks to the podium every week, the worse it sounds. Like there are other short quarterbacks in the NFL. You have to make it work. You have to make it work. Now, the Dolphins have not put the offensive line in front of him to make it work. But the fact is, if you can't see your wide receiver, that's a you problem. Right. Is you have to figure out a way to
out of the pocket,
move around, step somewhere. Like the more he talks, the worse I feel about this team. And then their coach, like whenever the weather's not perfect, they turn to Mike McDaniel and he looks like he just hates life being on the sideline at all times. And obviously, that was a bad situation for them this week. But also, Bear, worth pointing out, the Falcons have played much better home this season than on the road. They lost 30-0 to the Panthers on the road.
They beat the Bills.
They beat the Bills at home. They lost 20-10 in a weird. They didn't really look right against the Niners in that game. So I think the Falcons probably cover this game.
Bijan individual rushing props might be worth a look.
We've talked about this too. Like the bad teams this year have been very bad. They're not covering, and the Dolphins feel like they're in that category. Sammy, what's your first best bet?
Well, nobody likes to bet against the Chiefs more than me, apparently. So I'm going to take the Commanders here. I'm going to take the 12.5. What do you think? Everybody say I had a cookout on Sunday. Everybody there said the Chiefs are winning the Super Bowl. And then the Chiefs beat the Raiders.
I hate that.
31-0. And now all they got to do is win by 10 or more.
This is a bartender game for sure. He's going to be in the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, the market has some 12.5s available right now. I mean, there's 12.5 at multiple sports books.
The Chiefs haven't covered these games. They just haven't covered these games in the last couple
typically.
Of years. But the difference is their offense is just much better now.
But last year they screwed around. This year, last week might be an indication that they're ready to win big in these types of games.
Look ahead spot Buffalo next week for Kansas
Okay.
City. So that's a spot where it's not really the same in college football.
At Rich Stadium, correct?
It's in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Should be.
I'm not calling it whatever it is. It's Rich Stadium.
Rich Stadium?
Rich Stadium. That's what it was called way back when.
I think it's Highmark now. Not to get
it's Rich Stadium, Joe Robbie Stadium. You can't.
I went to the playoff game there a few years ago, Chiefs Bills, and I loved it. And I'm disappointed they're putting a new stadium in because that place is just built to watch football games. And I loved it so much because that was all it's there for. Like there were no thrills, no fancy amenities. You go there,
give me a seat, give me a
hot dog, pizza, Italian sausage, popcorn, nachos. Like you just go there and you watch football. My first best bet is the Panthers here, again, 7 points against Buffalo. I think Milano may be back for Buffalo. Bernard's certainly out at linebacker. You can't stop the run. And outside Jonathan Taylor, the second best running back right now, the best run game is the Panthers. Rico Dowdle's doing a fantastic job run the football. I know Hubbard played a little bit last week. He didn't really do as well. Buffalo is off a bye, but also look at spot for them as well. They get Kansas City coming to town. Dalton's probably not going to, Bryce Young's probably not going to play. Is that much of a drop-off for the Panthers? I don't think so. I like them getting a touchdown here. I'll take you find 7.5s too, by the way, in this game.
So you have Dalton and I have Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Let's go.
I was going to say, it sounds like 2015. Ready to go.
I saw this. It's certainly true. The last time the Chiefs did not make the AFC Championship game because of Marcus Mariota. He had that
Titans game.
The touchdown pass to himself in that game.
I forgot about that.
And they're up 21-3. I think it was sort of following the lines of Andy Reid can't win the big game, right? They kept blowing games. I was there in 2013. We blew a 28-point lead in the third quarter. They're up 21-3 at home. Mariota catches his own touchdown pass. That was the end of Alex Smith. It was like this. We can't do this anymore with Alex Smith. It was just like the end of. And then obviously he played one more year, and Mahomes was able to play in 2019. I believe, Sammy, you have a second best bet for us.
Yeah, back to the game we talked off the top. I think Baltimore's in a great spot. It was funny. I saw Chris Broussard before we started taping here, and on the way out of the building last Thursday, I said, "Don't let Flacco do it to the Steelers, buddy." And he's like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "If they beat the Steelers, it opens up for the Ravens. Bring Lamar back, roll the Bears." I saw Broussard today, and he goes, "They're going to win by double digits." And I'm like, I knew it. I knew he was going to come back
in.
And here we are. They pulled us right back in, and I laid 6. I laid some 6.5 too.
What side do you think the public will be on that game?
Bears have been a big public dog this week. Yeah. Even though I wonder if that's pre-Lamar news or not.
But the number is set that Lamar's playing. That's why they're 6.5.
I struggled. I'm sorry I don't have any NFL sides for you this week, but I have really struggled with this NFL. I mean, the number, obviously you've got a massive number of teams on idle weeks this week, bye week, so you got a short card to begin with. And it's just,
you need one side for last man standing.
I do need one side for last. I can't wait to find out from our guy Vegas Rick with our entry there to see how many people are left. There were 69 entering last week.
Okay.
Probably not too many people lost last week, I don't think.
A lot of favorites won and covered last week. I like underdog for my last best bet. I like Pittsburgh here, getting 3 points. A couple things to note about Mike Tomlin. Thursday Night Football, road favorite over touchdown, the worst spot in the history of Mike Tomlin spots. This is the best spot. As a home underdog, 32 games to coach the Steelers, 22 7-3 against the spread. They just got embarrassed and lost the Bengals. They're going to come home, make it right in this game. Also, too, guys, the Packers to me are the most unimpressive, quote unquote, good team. 4-1-1, lost the Browns. This last 4 games, lost the Browns, tied the Cowboys 40-40, did not cover against the Bengals, and then won by 4 last weekend. And it come from behind.
Trailed the entire game.
Yeah, tried to the entire game.
Trust me, I was invested in the Cardinals last week. I watched basically every play of that game.
You needed the Cardinals to win for survival.
I need the Cardinals to cover 6.5, which they did.
Which they did. There you go. Okay, you're in. So I like the Steelers here in the bounce back spot. I don't buy the revenge thing for Aaron Rodgers. I just think the Steelers are gonna possibly win this game.
I wish I would know what was going on with the Jets. Like if Tyrod Taylor started for the Jets this week, the Jets would be on my card against the Bengals.
Correct.
But I mean,
as of right now, we don't know.
It could Fields, Brady.
Well, so I think is Sauce is out and Wilson's probably out.
Right.
And then if Taylor's out, you
can't.
Fields just doesn't throw the ball. His owner just the owner.
What a disaster. What a
You'd put the last man standing on Jets?
Oh, I would no. I would if I knew Tyrod Taylor was going to play. I would definitely consider it, but I can't. The Jets are an unserious football organization.
Oh, absolutely. And once again, guys, for some reason, I'm the prop person on this show.
You are the prop king.
And I'm the prop king. I like Kyle Pitts over 46.5 yards for the Falcons. A couple of things here. He got really involved last week. Would have had more if there was, I think, an illegal formation or a holding that brought back a 30-yard gain. I think it's the Niners. And the thing is, the Dolphins don't cover tight ends. Look at the results this season against tight ends. A lot of them get a ton of yards, a lot of yards after the catch. And I think that in a spot where Bear has the over for the Falcons in this game, I think Pitt scores a lot of points. That leads us into our Super Six guys presented by DraftKings. What will be the outcome of Giants and Eagles? Eagles 7-point favorites. I think the Giants are live in this game.
I do too.
Plus the 7 or 7.5, whatever you can get. Defensive line, really good as we know. Jackson Dart's been playing well. There's no way around. He's been playing well. And the Eagles offense came alive last week, but how often are they going to just find A.J. Brown open down the field as their offense? Like, that's not a sustainable form of offense, Bear.
No, I agree. In this game, people I think are going to overhype the revenge angle for what the Giants did to them a couple of Sundays ago, but
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. A couple of Thursdays ago, rather, I should say. Eagles offense, like you said, not going to do that every week. I think people are going to just think the Giants going to have after that crushing defeat, just kind of go in the tango. But I think that Giants defense is good. I think they're going to do a good enough job here. And I don't know if they win outright again, but 7 does feel a little steep, Sammy.
I don't know, guys. The Eagles were 7-point favorites in New Jersey, and now they're 7-point favorites at home. It feels a little light on my end. Wait till the bartender comes, Giants.
Oh,
comes Giants.
Bartender came Giants last week.
He did. Yeah, he did. And he hit. I think he's falling for Jackson Dart. It's a fun team, though. It's a fun team. I understand taking points for them. I just be careful. I think Philly's going to make a run. I don't feel that same sentiment from you two. It's okay.
Rank the following teams in the NFC.
Okay.
Eagles, Packers, Rams, Lions.
Eagles, Lions, Rams, Packers.
I would go probably Rams. I'd probably go maybe like Rams, Lions, Eagles, Packers.
Eagles third.
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
I think the Rams would. I mean, they lost the first game, obviously.
Respect for the champs.
But I like the Rams. We know that we backed off of them because of the Stafford injury. And then obviously he's like,
good.
Is he leading the NFL in passing still? I haven't checked my stats this week on that.
I think I'd go Lions, Rams, Eagles.
The Lions, obviously, everyone back healthy. That was a Monday night, man. That was crazy. Like all week, I'm like, why is Tampa Bay getting 6 points? And I looked like the dummy who picked it. Who picked the Bucs cover there.
Evans' injury sucked. That was terrible.
Mike Evans that streak is going to end of his, unfortunately. That was a bad injury.
Yeah.
The collarbone. I think his collarbone ended up being right. Collarbone, I think. Yeah, that was gross.
Survivor. What are we on this week? Falcons. Yeah,
has to be.
It has to be. Dolphins are terrible. I think we've kind of alluded to it with the team total over, players over from some of their numbers. Got lucky last week with the one we gave out with the Broncos, which never heard that. That was unbelievable. I came back after having dinner and like phone blowing up, and I see the final score. I'm like, what the hell happened in the fourth quarter of this game?
33 fourth quarter points.
It's impossible for the Giants to lose that game.
Both teams caught a touchdown pass in the fourth quarter that hit off someone's hands first and bounced in the air. And someone caught, Theo Johnson caught a long for the Giants. I think it was Franklin caught one for the, I mean, they missed 2 extra points. Like, I mean, that's just if
That kicker.
if the Giants convert on, they had end of the third quarter, had a 2-point play that barely missed. They converted on that. The Broncos don't win that game
and a
either.
terrible interception by Dart.
Yeah.
End of the game situation where you don't kneel back, kill some more time. Anyway, that's last week. Hopefully we gave you some winners for this week. Appreciate you again for watching us wherever you get us. Our YouTube channel, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Appreciate all the feedback, rate, review, subscribe. For Sammy, for Geoff, I'm Bear. Less you bet, more you lose when you win. Bear Bets full episodes drop twice a week right here on the Bear Bets YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to stay ahead of the odds, and let's celebrate all of our wins together.